Thank you guys, thank you coach, I love you so much. My teammates Ali Abdulaziz Rizwan. Oh, alhamdulillah, today is my last fight here in UFC.
Former UFC lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov has walked away from MMA entirely. The Eagle retired early as a fighter, with a number of significant fights left in him. Now it appears he's doing the same as a coach. Nurmagomedov retired from fighting following his UFC 254 victory over Justin Gaethje in 2020. Saying his mother asked him to not fight anymore. Now he's walking away, at least for the time being, from his spot as one of the sport's most promising coaches for similar reasons. Following increased speculation about his future and multiple reports from Russian media outlets, the former UFC lightweight champion shared an Instagram post that suggested he was leaving the sport. Nurmagomedov's post read, "The year certainly turned out to be very busy and successful. Take care of yourself, brothers. I hope my decision is only for the best. A big hug to you all. Thank you. You were a big reason for my success in sports." To further reinstate his new mission, he posted a picture of a Russian news article to Instagram, making it likely that he is done with MMA entirely and resigning from his position as coach and as the promoter of Eagle FC. When translated, the post reads, "Khabib is leaving the MMA industry. It is about coaching and everything else related to MMA. The reason is Khabib's desire to devote more time to his family." Also, Javier Mendez, the coach at the American Kickboxing Academy in San Jose, California, confirmed to Yahoo Sports Khabib's plans to retire. The legendary coach said, "He just doesn't want to miss being a father. He talked to me about 3 weeks ago and told me of his plan and said he planned to talk to the team and inform them of his decision. He's doing this for the right reasons. He's a family man and he simply wants to spend more time with his family." If Nurmagomedov leaves the sport for good, it would be a significant loss given his ability to teach the sport and communicate with fighters. He has long had a great eye for the sport and was able to break down fights like few others. Well, the news about Khabib's retirement is quite shocking, and naturally this caused quite a stir on social media, with many people posting online to give their thoughts on this announcement. One prominent individual was Khabib's friend Nelly, the grandmother who was made famous by getting the UFC's help in meeting Khabib. She tweeted, "Though I know we will still see you, I still want to wish you the best as you move on to the next chapter." Another user posted a video of Khabib's father talking about wanting to see Islam Makhachev as champion and tweeted, "Khabib stayed active in the MMA scene even after retirement to finish what Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov started." Another iconic MMA figure tweeted, "Considering his coaching schedule post-retirement, this wouldn't be too surprising. He never left. His presence in the sport only increased, although the timing is strange with Islam Volk around the corner." Another fan went on to appreciate the talent. "Khabib Nurmagomedov has retired as an MMA coach and is stepping away from the sport. Farewell to a once-in-a-lifetime talent." Another MMA personality tweeted, "I had a feeling this was coming, but I didn't realize it was going to be this soon. End of an era. Khabib Nurmagomedov." Also, Khabib's friend and UFC former 2-division champion Cejudo said that his respect for the Eagle increased when he heard about his decision. He said, "I actually respect Khabib more now because I get it, and I know the amount of travel and how he gets tugged and pulled, and I don't think people really understand the level of where he's at. Watching my daughter grow and not having the ability to see her walk or start talking, you just know where your time goes." By all accounts, it seems that Khabib Nurmagomedov is serious about wanting to leave MMA for good, even if some are still doubtful. Multiple sources confirm that Khabib has decided to take a break from the sport to be a husband and father, but he did not confirm that it would be forever. Some members of Khabib's family and friends have told the public to relax and that the retirement would only be partial. Recently, a close friend of Nurmagomedov, Shamil Zavurov, gave an interview with a Russian media house. In the interview, Zavurov blamed the media for all the retirement buzz. Further on, he clarified that the Eagle is not completely leaving the sport. Zavurov stated, "You know that media blows up everything. The team is still there. Nothing has changed. We still support each other the same. It's just that Khabib will stop going with them all the time." It is interesting to note that Nurmagomedov owns an MMA promotion, the Eagle FC, and also plays a very important role in his team. Nurmagomedov is also said to be the mastermind behind the success of his teammates this year. Thus, it doesn't seem like the Russian legend will leave them halfway, especially Islam Makhachev. Khabib's cousin, Umar Nurmagomedov, has also spoken about Khabib's decision. Umar has admitted that he's not surprised by his decision to step away from coaching MMA, but he doesn't expect it to last very long. Umar says he knew about it well in advance, as he was made aware of his decision prior to the announcement before it happened. He told TSN, "I'm not surprised. We always knew and we talked about this. I'm not nervous. I'm okay. We had a phone call. We talked. He gave me advice about the fight, about cutting weight. Everything is the same, but he just stopped because of too many flights, too many travels. I think it will be the same. We will be training together in Dagestan when he will be at home. I think nothing changes. We are brothers. With that being said, Umar still expects that Khabib will still be involved in the sport in some way or another, as he can't see him walking away completely for good. After hanging up his gloves in October of 2020, the Eagle stayed involved in the sport by transitioning to life as a coach. He enjoyed great successes in 2022, coaching Islam Makhachev to his old UFC lightweight title, as well as Usman Nurmagomedov to Bellator's equivalent belt. It seems a peculiar time for Nurmagomedov to give up coaching, considering Makhachev is currently preparing to make the first defense of his lightweight belt. Makhachev will take on featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski in Perth on February 12th at UFC 284, and now he is set to face his first UFC lightweight title defense without the Eagle in his corner. Khabib was cage side as Makhachev beat former champ Charles Oliveira to claim the title in October. Well, it is good news that Makhachev has been training in Dagestan with Nurmagomedov for the Volkanovski fight. If Khabib leaves the sport for good, it would be a significant loss given his ability to teach the sport and communicate with fighters. He has long had a great eye for the sport and was able to break down fights like few others. He also grappled regularly with his fighters, and Mendez said that helped all of them improve greatly. He said, "Khabib learned so much from his father and from me and some of the other great coaches he worked with, and his guys have learned so much from him. He distilled the things he learned from his father in the new generation, and you can see the impact. Is he going to be missed? Absolutely. Will it negatively affect the team? That remains to be seen, but given what a great job he's done coaching his cousins and the others on the team, I think we're ready to move forward and continue his legacy." Well, one can argue that Khabib is perhaps the most influential figure in MMA in the past decade, and for the time he'd be out, he will no doubt be missed. However, if you don't want to miss exciting stories in the MMA world, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to drop a like and a comment.